Donnie, how are you doing this morning?
Doing okay. It's been a couple of days of, kind of going through all this happened so fast, and there's really no script. And like you said, a lot of stuff just happens, and you just keep going, So it's been a rough couple of days for us. And as I said last night, we got to get out of ourselves and think about the families of, these three men that passed away and their families. So you still got to continue to get away from yourself and think about the other families.
What's your role been the last 48 hours?
I feel like just to be myself. I know you have a group of men underneath you, and I think and like I tell them, I feel just like you guys do. It was heartbreaking. I mean, this kid, he's infectious. I mean, he just had this spirit about him and this confidence that he would. It's just great to see, that emotion that he pitched with and that he lived with, and it's just this energy he has and confidence that it's just so big that it was hard not to just love him.
What were you thinking when D. Gordon hit that ball?
Kind of like the last couple of days, just kind of like in shock. Like, really, did that just happen? And just you don't even know what to think. You're just like, wow. At the end of the game, I think we're going to end up 16 hits, and Justin Boers are going to hit a homer to hit for the cycle because it's that day. For some reason, that was going to happen that day. I mean, it didn't, but those are the kind of things you think like, wow, why is this happening? How is this happening?
How much was discussed of how you pay tribute to Jose prior to and even during and after the game?
Very little. The only thing we talked to the guys about is what kind of music they wanted during BP. And they all wanted Jose music. They wanted Latin music. And then they asked if anybody wanted special walk-up songs, and some of them, Christian Yelich did not want anything. And other guys had almost their own tribute with their walk-up music. And that was it. Everything else was, the organization, walked through, what was going to happen, and that was it. There was the stuff around the mound was totally the players and happening on the cuff, both before and after. The Mets thing was off the cuff. I had no idea anything that would happen. There was so much stuff that just happened, and there was not scripted.
Plus, Terry Collins is in a delicate situation of, honoring what happened, being respectful, but also he's trying to, win a wild card berth here with the Mets. Did you talk to Terry at all?
Yeah, we talked before the game, and we knew they were in it. I knew he was in a tough spot with his club, and I think all of baseball felt the same way. I had some texts from guys on different teams that I had managed, and they're saying their clubhouse was just silent. So I knew the Mets felt the same. And like you said, Terry has, how do we honor and respect what was going to happen last night, but try to get your team to play a game. And, honestly, if he shuts us out for 4 innings and they get a few runs, it just would have looked totally different.
He's Don Mattingly, the Marlins manager, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Anything that prepare you for this moment? I think you arrived in New York 3 years after Thurman Munson passed away, if that's right. But do you remember anything that could help you lead with, help you through this?
Not really. I talked to Mike Hardgrove had texted me, and so I talked to him yesterday before I went to the ballpark, and he had been through the boating accident with Cleveland. He was a manager during that, and he just, we just talked about being. He said he didn't really give me any advice because there's nothing he could say to me. There's really nothing you can say to someone to deal with that. There's nothing prepares you for it. He's just saying you gotta be yourself, and that's really what all I tried to do is, I love this kid, and it hurt me, and I knew that they were hurting, the players were hurting, and so you just were totally honest that that's the way you felt, and you just try to get through the day. You don't try to do anything other than let's just get through the day. We all feel like this. We have to do this, and you just try to get through it.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.